all companies, all organizations, all businesses say that they are veteran friendly. They say that they support our troops, our military members, all of them. I would be shocked to learn if there was a business out there that got together at their staff meetings and said, well, before we get started with today's meeting, let's just remind everyone that we hate the troops. Forget the troops. No, that doesn't happen. All right, so it's a given. They support the troops. They're veteran friendly. And a lot of them will tell you all about it. They will put a lot of resources behind using military supportive imagery, or what they perceive to be military supportive imagery, in their marketing. They say they support their vets, but is there substance behind it? What does it mean to truly be veteran friendly? Some say it with the best of intentions, but actually don't survive the litmus test there. Some make a spectacle out of patting themselves on the back for hiring a few of us. What makes an employer truly supportive of our veterans and our service members? How can one tell if a company is genuine or just paying lip service or just pandering? What do transitioning service members, military members that are entering the civilian workforce need to be on the lookout for in a civilian company? How can an employer show that they're serious about engaging and hiring and retaining and supporting their veteran and military family employees? If a company has an employee resource group, that's a great start. An internal employee-led affinity group that is specifically for veterans, that has a veteran or military family member at the helm, that is a big thumbs up. Some companies aren't big enough to have demographically split employee resource group. Some of them will just say, here's our diverse affinity group. And a lot of times veterans are included. What kind of jobs do they want to hire veterans for? Because in most states, employers are incentivized to hire veterans. The company gets tax credits. They don't stipulate how much that employee needs to make. The quality of that job could be a wide range of things. Guess what? All veterans have different levels of experience and skills. Somebody separating after 4 years enlisted at the age of 22 is very different than a 24-year retired colonel. And if a company doesn't take the time to understand the difference, that's a red flag. So you ask a company, do you have veteran employees up and down the chain? Because if they only have veterans in entry-level or labor wage positions, they're not good. They don't care about you. A lot of veterans end up in those jobs and they deserve better. The company throws 10 of them in there, massive tax breaks, and they get a loyal quality worker that could be doing so much more. If an employer uses any sort of verbiage that implies that all veterans are anything, that's a red flag. Because it shows they don't understand you, and they're not trying to understand you. All veterans are honorable. No, they're not. All veterans are good leaders. No, they're not. It's more likely, I'd say there's a higher percentage of veterans with integrity and leadership qualities because they've been trained and they've been given experience to apply that training. And if you're getting hints that an employer doesn't understand those things, that's a red flag. It's not a disqualifier, though. If they have an open mind and want you to help educate them, well, okay. Financial support, putting money where their mouth is to important causes, to causes that truly support, really help military community, that's a thumbs up. That's a feather in their cap. If you're in an interview or an employer prior to an interview says, I don't see how your military experience translates to this position, that's a red flag that could indicate one of two things. You didn't really transfer your skills that well. You didn't express very well how your skills apply, or your skills don't apply and you shouldn't have applied for the job. Or, as I've seen very often, they saw that you were a military member, assumed that you spent the whole time rolling around in the desert with a rifle, and just dismissed you. So it's a big red flag if they say, I don't see how your skills translate here. Reevaluate your resume, see how you are expressing your transference of skills and your applicable skills. And if you're good to go on that end, don't even bother trying to convince them. Move on to the next company. They don't care about you. See, unfortunately, there are a lot of stereotypes and assumptions that will go along with you and your service. It's a shame, but it's true. If they ask you in the interview anything to do with, do you have a service-connected disability? What is your service-connected disability? Have you seen combat? Do you have post-traumatic stress? Oof. Any of those questions? Thanks for your time. Get up and leave. That's not cool. There's no good reason for them to be asking you those questions. And they wouldn't ask any non-veteran those questions. So why you? Do they have a veteran transition training program? Do they offer free training or apprenticeships for veterans? Paid on-the-job training for veterans. That's good. Don't be afraid to take that extra minute to do your research because you're interviewing them as well. There's some really frustrating things that employers do and don't do. A lot of them come with the best of intentions in mind, but that's not an excuse. Instead of getting mad or discouraged, it is our job to educate, to close that gap. Some of them want to be very veteran friendly. Some of them want to be veteran friendly because they think it's the right thing to do, and they don't understand that being veteran friendly is a benefit to them too because they get quality people in their workforce. If they don't get it, educate. And if they're not willing to acknowledge that they're coming from a less informed place and learn from you, then they're not worth your time.